When someone says best main battle tank, a few names always come up. And at the top of that list usually sits the Leopard 2. Built in Germany, refined over decades, fielded by armies across Europe and beyond, the Leopard 2 combines firepower, protection, and mobility in a package that has repeatedly proven itself on training grounds and, more recently, on real battlefields. Today on WarTech, we're taking a deep look at the Leopard 2, what makes it lethal, how it evolved, and why so many militaries trust this tank to win the fight. Design. The Leopard 2's design philosophy is straightforward. Build a tank that can survive first contact and deliver a decisive blow. From the beginning, German engineers prioritized a balance of armor, mobility, and a highly accurate main gun, not simply maximum armor or raw speed. That balanced approach makes the Leopard 2 adaptable. It can hold ground in defensive fights, sprint with mechanized formations, or join precision strike missions. Over successive upgrades, the platform stayed true to that balance, letting new electronics, protection kits, and guns be bolted on without losing the tank's core mobility and reliability. Armor and survivability protection on the Leopard 2 is layered and pragmatic. The hull and turret use advanced composite armor. Later variants add modular applique packages so crews can tailor protection to mission needs. Internally, systems are arranged to reduce the chance of catastrophic ammunition cook-off. Blowout panels and compartmentalization protect the crew if the tank is hit. On top of passive protection, many modern Leopard 2s are fitted with active countermeasures and soft kill systems to defeat guided threats. The result is a vehicle that trades off nothing in crew survivability. When a Leopard 2 gets hit, it's often the tank that survives, where older designs would not. Firepower. What really cements the Leopard 2's tank killer reputation is its gun. Most modern Leopards are equipped with the Rheinmetall 120mm smoothbore, originally the L44, and later the longer, higher velocity L55, which can fire the latest armor-piercing, fin-stabilized discarding Sabot APF SDS rounds and programmable munitions. That longer L/55 barrel delivers higher muzzle velocity and better penetration at range, letting Leopard crews reliably defeat the armor of contemporary opponents at combat distances. Paired with advanced fire control systems, stabilized sights, and modern thermal imagers, a Leopard gunner can spot, track, and kill targets day or night, and even on the move. Mobility and powertrain. Despite weighing upwards of 60 tons in many configurations, the Leopard 2 moves with surprising agility. Powerful multi-fuel diesel engines provide high horsepower-to-weight ratios, giving the tank strong acceleration and cross-country performance. The suspension is tuned for mobility across Europe's varied terrain, and later variants were optimized further to handle heavier armor packages without crippling speed. Tactical mobility, the ability to reposition quickly and exploit opportunities on the battlefield, is a core part of why commanders still choose the Leopard as a frontline MBT. Evolution and variants. The Leopard line isn't a single model, it's a family. Early combat-proven types like the 2A4 set the baseline, while the later two A5/2A6 added improvements in armor and firepower. 2A6 introduced the L/55 gun. More recent upgrades such as the 2A7 and the improved 2A7V bring enhanced protection, electronics, and survivability packages designed for modern high-intensity conflict. The 2A7V in particular is fitted with improved armor modules, digital systems, and better subsystems for urban and expeditionary warfare, a modernization focused on lethality, protection, and maintainability for the next decade. Combat record and recent performance. For years, the Leopard lived mainly in NATO training exercises and deployments. Its moment of high-profile real combat came more recently. Beginning in 2023, multiple Western countries agreed to send Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine, and those deployments accelerated into deliveries and frontline use afterward. Leopards have been used in combined arms operations, and their presence has affected both tactical planning and headlines. The tank's survivability and firepower in contested environments helped cement its reputation, not just as a laboratory favorite, but as a proven battlefield asset. Governments and analysts have tracked shipments and upgrades carefully, as Leopards became a central part of Western armored assistance to Ukraine. But how does all of this work in practice? Mechanically, Leopard 2 kills tanks by combining sensor advantage, fire control accuracy, and ammunition that defeats modern armor. Advanced thermal sights let crews detect targets before they get close. Ballistic computers and stabilization allow for fire-on-the-move engagements, and modern APF SDS rounds punch through the thickest turret faces at combat ranges. Put simply, Leopard crews can see you sooner, aim faster, and shoot with rounds that beat the enemy's protection. That mix of detection, precision, and lethality is what makes the Leopard 2 more than a match in many one-on-one and formation fights. Logistics, training, and coalition. Tank is only as effective as the logistics and training supporting it. One of Leopard 2's strengths is its wide adoption. Many NATO and partner nations operate Leopards, which makes parts, ammunition types, and maintenance procedures relatively standardized across allies. That interoperability simplifies coalition operations, spare parts flows, and shared training, all of which improve battlefield readiness. Nations that receive Leopards also invest in training packages and infrastructure, increasing the platform's effectiveness beyond just the raw hardware. Recent orders and transfers, plus industrial support from KMW and Rheinmetall, underline how the Leopard remains a European standard MBT. Comparisons. So how does the Leopard stack up against its main rivals? Against the M1 Abrams, Leopards trade slightly lighter weight and different protection philosophies for excellent mobility and fire control. The Abrams has advantages in some armor types and battlefield networks, while the Leopard often wins on European doctrine, speed, combined arms integration, and cost-effectiveness. Versus Russia's new T-14 Armata, the comparison is trickier. Armata features innovative ideas like an unmanned turret, but production and combat-proven numbers remain limited. In practice, Leopard 2s have the advantage of scale, mature logistics chains, and a long history of incremental upgrades, a practical edge that often matters more than a single futuristic feature on paper. Limitations and weaknesses. No tank is invulnerable. Leopards can be vulnerable to long-range precision fires, large-volume drone-delivered munitions, and modern anti-tank guided missiles if they're caught without suppressive support. Urban environments and minefields remain hazardous. That's why modern doctrine emphasizes combined arms protection. Infantry, engineers, artillery smoke, and air cover all work to keep Leopards effective and alive on the modern battlefield. The Leopard 2 isn't magic. It's engineering, doctrine, and logistics combined. Its history is a story of steady refinement, better guns, smarter electronics, stronger protection, and ongoing industrial support. That blend is why armies from Copenhagen to Canberra pick the Leopard when they want a reliable, lethal main battle tank that can win fights and be maintained in coalition conditions. Call it a tank killer, if you like. But the Leopard's true strength is its balance, a vehicle built to survive, to strike, and to keep doing both, day after day, in the most punishing conditions. If you liked this deep dive, stay tuned so you don't miss the next WarTech video.